All right, good morning, everybody. This is our first power hour. Take your phone off mute, get excited real quick. Let's go. Take your phone.
Yeah, let's go.
What's up, team? Money making team.
Yes,
All right. So, guys, the reason we were doing the trainings Monday through Friday, right? And it felt like we weren't really getting a lot of traction on that. So that's why we took it, we stopped doing that. But then now we're going to do this every Friday at 11 o'clock Eastern time. It's going to be 8 rotating subject matters. So for 8 weeks, it's going to be something different. And your trainers are me, Corinne, Amaka, and Tiffany Phillips. Amaka is sick this morning, so wish her well because she is not feeling good. And I probably, if I didn't tell her to get off, she would still be here, but I told her to go get some rest. So welcome this morning, guys, to hold on, Corinne. I'm gonna make you the co-host so that you can mute anybody that need to be muted.
Okay, guys. Guys, this is a cameras on meeting.
Well, I said we
Oh.
we'll give it a pass today since it's not on the flyer. But yeah, going forward, this like all of our meetings, guys, this is going to be cameras on because it's weird that you can see us, but we can't see you. So, oh, this lady outside, right outside my window, walking her dog, get away. I'm just gonna make you the host, Corinne. Okay. So you can mute anybody. So, welcome again. So this week we're going to talk about the 10 keys to success. And at the end of this, guys, I need you to score yourself, right? So give yourself 10 points, just like in school. Give yourself 10 points for each thing that you're doing. And for the things that you know you're not doing, give yourself a 0, right? And at the end of this, you're going to score it. You're going to get, you don't have to share it with anybody. It may be helpful if you share it with your manager, right? So your manager can help you get to 100%. But this is really for you to rate yourself to see how well you are really doing with Family First Life. And I'm gonna tell you, this test, these 10 things are what really freed my mind not after I started FFL. I did not have a fast start, right? It took me a while to really get going. But once I took this success test, I realized I was doing 2 out of the 10 things that are required to be successful. And I promise, and then once I realized I wasn't doing the things on the list, I promise you guys, if you change it around, you'll be able to, Tiffany DeBerry's texting me saying it's an invalid ID. I'm not sure what's going on. So if you change things around and you do, you get these 10 things in order, you have no way but to succeed. There's no other option. Does that make sense to everybody? Anybody have any questions? All right, y'all ready for the test? We're gonna start with a pop quiz. Hold on, let me go to my other screen. Give me a second here. All right. I got too many things up. Hold on, y'all. All right. So number 1 is, are you starting each day positively? And I'm going to go back through and kind of go through what this means and maybe get some insight from a couple people. But give yourself 10 points if you're starting your day on a positive note. If you're starting your day where you are like grumbling and mumbling, I don't feel like doing this today, that's going to bleed into the rest of your day. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to find the Zoom and hold on. I need the cure here.
You haven't? What? You have to.
All right. Okay, there y'all are. Give me 1 second. No, I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry, guys. All right. Number 2, are you using affirmations daily throughout the day? We have affirmations that we do affirmations every morning at 8:55, Monday through Saturday. So if it's not something that you're doing to even start your day, you're probably not doing it throughout your day, right? And so affirmations are just telling yourself over and over again where you are and who you are, right? And so are you using affirmations daily throughout the day? Number 3, do you warm up daily? Do you warm up before you start making phone calls? And we'll talk a little bit about what that actually means in a minute. Y'all, everybody with me? Anybody need me to slow down?
No, it's okay.
So Kelly, so we give ourselves either a 0 or a 10, or
All or nothing.
okay, nice.
Okay. Just like a test in school, they don't give you partial points. If you get the question right, you get it right. If you don't, you don't. Okay.
What was number 3, Kelly?
Number 3 is, do you warm up daily? Number 4, do you join the team? Live dials every dial session. That's gonna be a good one, Corinne. Number 5, are you prepared for your day? Number 6, do you know your drop dead non-negotiable goals, and do you not stop until the goals are hit? Number 7, do you track everything?
Kelly,
Yes.
can we slow it down a little bit? Like,
Yeah, Corinne, are you able to maybe type these things in the chat as I'm going?
I'm writing them down too.
I can send you the list, girl. I can send
Oh,
I can send
okay.
everybody the list.
I
Honestly.
got you. All right, I'll write it down.
Number 6 was, do you know your drop dead non-negotiable goal?
And do you not stop until
Do you not stop until that's hit? And we'll go back through the 1 through 5 in a second, okay?
I'll type them in.
Okay. Number 7, are you gonna start, because you have them all written?
Yeah.
Number 7 is, do you track everything? Number 8, do you have the script and objections mastered? Number 9, are you dialing the FFL way every time? And number 10, do you stay accountable every day? Anyone need me to repeat any of them?
Can you repeat number 5?
Are you prepared for your day?
Number 9, please.
Are you dialing the FFL way every time? Anybody else? Need me to repeat?
No, we're good.
Okay.
Number 4, please.
Hold on, let me pull it. I'm trying to get my screens organized here. Okay, hold on. I'm almost there. 'Cause I'm trying to see y'all and see what's happening at the same on what I'm reading. She. Okay. What was it? Who asked for another number?
I
did number 4, please.
Number 4, do you join the team live dials every dial session? So, does anybody want to share their score, good, bad, or indifferent?
I got a 50.
Okay, thanks for your honesty. Katie?
50.
50, Erica?
40.
Who's that?
Josh.
Okay, Josh. Who else?
Got a 60, Colleen.
A 60. Anybody else got higher than
Fix your face.
Cause y'all thought y'all was doing something until just now. Anybody else? And I'm listening, guys, I don't have 100%. You know what I'm saying? So this is a good reminder for me too. You know what I'm saying? Anybody got 100? Anybody feel like they have 100? Anybody think they got a 90? A 80? A 70?
Like I got a 7.
You think you got a 70?
I feel like I do.
You said what?
Yes, I'm on a Bluetooth, but yes.
Okay. So what's the 3 areas you feel like you're missing, Tanisha?
Number 4, live down every down session.
Mhm.
Sometimes I just like to be in my quiet space, and then being accountable, and then actually drop dead non-negotiable goals aren't being met on a daily basis.
Okay. Thank you for your honesty. Anybody else got a 70 or higher? We're not talking about you. Kevin, you do not. I don't even need to see. I'm sorry. Kevin's my guy. Kevin, know you my guy. But I don't even have to look at your score, Kevin, and I know you don't have no 70, sir. So we're working on it, but you ain't at a 70. So here's the thing. And just like in school, right? If you had a 60, if you got a 60, what's a 60?
A D.
A D.
Ellen.
And then if you got a 50 or below, what's that?
That's a nice F.
You failed, right? So I would venture to say, and that's why we're doing this, guys, because mostly you think that you're doing all the things, and this is to show you that there's a lot of things that are probably missing and a lot of things that you could do better so that you can be more successful. Our system is set up, guys, for success. And I promise you, I'm gonna have Kevin. Kevin, I can't have Kevin. I don't need you talk. I don't need a book, Kevin. I just need a couple words, Kevin.
I got you.
So, Kevin, Kevin is a great example of getting started and trying to do it his way. And then now he's finally trying it our way. And now he's seeing the success. So, Kevin, take 2 minutes, Kevin. 120 seconds, Kevin.
I got you.
And talk about that real quick.
So I started in October is when I first got on the floor. And I thought I came in with the idea. I know how to do sales and talk to people and, to get people on the phone and sell. And it's close deal. It didn't work that way with this. And Kylie just kept telling me, you got to follow script. Follow script. Do what we tell you to do. Listen. And I was doing the complete opposite. So, and I didn't see a dollar get made. I didn't make one sale. I was struggling. It was hard. And we kept having conversations. And we went back to the first beginning of the goal when I first started, and like your non-negotiable deals and what you willing to actually sacrifice to be here. And I just listen. I follow script. She's right. I said, you know what? I talked to myself and I said, Kev, listen to Kylie. She know what she's doing. And I did that. I followed script, and ever since then, I've been closing. 45 seconds, right?
You got 45 left?
I think I do.
Okay, keep going. I know you want to.
But I kept it short though. But yeah, I just followed script. I dialed the FFL way. I did everything what she told me to do, and things turned around like that quick.
Real talk. So thank you, Kevin. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for transparency. So guys, we are again, none of us are probably doing 100% that's on here. So while we're doing this is so that we all have a reminder. But if you got a 50%, what is because men lie, women lie, the numbers don't lie. So your numbers are going to tell you how successful you're being. Right. And if you're not doing, and it might seem like we're asking you to do these things you don't understand why we're asking you to do certain things, right? Especially if you're new or if you're older, you know what I'm saying? Like if you've been here for a while, why I got to get on live dials? I know how to dial. Sometimes, guys, it's not for you, it's for the rest of the team. Sometimes, and then just having, how many people we got on here, Corinne?
30.
Imagine if all 30 of us got on the live dials every day and dialed all day. Imagine how different your finances will look. You get to hear from Corinne. You get to hear Amaka Darling. You get to get feedback and coaching on these live dials so that you can get better. But let's go through exactly what I mean when I'm talking about these different things. And you might change your score a little bit. So are you starting every day positively? Write this down, guys. You can't be grateful and negative at the same time. So this morning I got a bill that I have to pay, right? And I don't, it's like $3,000. And I'm like, I don't want to pay this bill. I keep saying I don't want to pay it. And then you know what? I changed my conversation with myself, Corinne, and I said, I get to pay this bill. Because there was a time when I didn't have the resources to pay it, right? And so yeah, I don't want to pay it, but I have the opportunity to pay this $3,000 bill, right? And so just changing your thought process and being grateful so that you don't have those negative thoughts don't seep in. You cannot be grateful and negative at the same time. And we did not come up with this success test. This came from Jamie Euphemia. Jamie and Frank, if you don't know who they are, they're integrity partners. They've been with FFL since the very beginning. So this is not a Kali thing. This is not a Corinne thing. This is a hierarchy thing, right? And so, but this is how successful people think overall. Anybody have questions about that? Just starting your day off on a positive note. How many people, and honestly, how many people are starting their day off negatively? Anybody want to be honest about that?
So for me, it's Kiara.
Okay, what's up, Kiara?
For me, it's up and down. I'm as positive as I possibly can be. I can't lie, some days it's more difficult than others, and I'm just like, I don't give a shit right now, you know?
Okay.
And I think a lot of that is circumstantial though.
Okay.
And so I'm fighting through it to change the circumstance so I can change my mindset. Or change my mindset anyway to change the circumstance, if that makes sense.
So when you change your mindset, the
Yeah.
circumstances around you will change.
Yeah.
Circumstances don't, because what I'm hearing from you, Kiara, is that your circumstances regulate how you feel and how you respond.
Sometimes.
Okay, so you got to switch that and make you determine the circumstances.
Right.
Not the circumstances determine how you respond.
Yeah. So like I said, it's a fight every day. Like some days
Okay.
I'm really, really good, you know, and weeks on end. And then sometimes it just all hits me at one time. And I'm just like, I don't have the energy for it right now. You know what I mean?
And so listen, that happens to every single one of us. So something that y'all have heard me all say is you got to treat this like a job until it pays you like a business. So some of the reasons that you give, I'm gonna call them reasons, but a lot of them are excuses. Some of the reasons you give for not doing what you need to do is if you had a job, you would be fired. Like, let's be clear. So this is your own business. So there's days, Kiara, I promise you, I don't feel like doing this every day.
Right.
Corinne does not feel like doing this every day. I promise you, none of us are like, woohoo, can't wait to get on the phone and get beat up. We're not, right? But we understand in order for us to have something we've never had, we have to do something we haven't done. And we're fighting now so that our future can look completely different than our past has looked. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Dean, you wanted to say something?
Oh no, I was just being honest, and I don't always wake up
Okay.
with the right mindset.
All right, cool. All right, number 2. Are you using affirmations daily throughout the day? I do them in the morning, but I don't do them again. So if you're not familiar with what affirmations are, right? You can Google them, right? I'm amazing at my career. I love what I do. What I do changes lives. I will be a Hall of Fame producer. The people and families are counting on me. I love the phones. Everyone I speak to will help to be, I'm reading some other stuff. Everyone I speak to, I will help to the best of my ability. Everyone is going to pick up and be pleasant. We were kind of having like a negative day last night, right? Yesterday, because we were on here pretty late and we were getting beat up, yelled at, all kind of stuff. I mean, I definitely was, and so
We both were, yeah.
But we had to change, like, what I was like, okay, no. I said, next person that I call, they're gonna answer the phone, like they're gonna want this insurance. Like, you gotta be telling yourself positive stuff, guys, because this business will beat you up, right? Let's be real. Like, if you're not doing these things, this is why so many people don't make it too far in life insurance, because we're asking you to do the same thing over and over and over again and expect different results, right? And so it gets monotonous, it gets tiring. You get, like, I was getting cussed out yesterday, right? And so it was just a rough day overall, but I know that every day is not going to be like that. So if you're not being positive, you're not doing positive things, it's going to end up weighing on you, and you're going to quit. And then the other thing is that when you're trying to do this by yourself, it's Kevin, I got to call on you again, because you're my newest example, my newest person that was trying to do it his way and then change the ways. So Kevin, weren't you trying to do this on your own?
Oh yeah, 100%.
How did that work out?
It didn't work at all. It didn't work. Like literally, didn't get into the dial, so I could talk to her by myself. I leave and I had a conversation and didn't go through. And I needed help. So when you need help, it's like that's what the live dials was for. I mean, Corinne helped me plenty of times, Amaka, Jawan, like everybody in the live dial room that be there is the expert behind it. And if I need a question, they literally stop what they're doing, like, what you need help with? Someone will pick up and get you help right then and there. And that was so helpful. But I was so against going into live dials when I first started. I was like, man, I don't need to be in live dials. I don't need to be on this. This makes no sense. You know, why am I doing this? But it was really like getting uncomfortable, because I was so comfortable with what I was doing, my way wasn't working. So that was the hardest part, is getting uncomfortable to be successful.
Okay. And but then too, just being around people that are thinking differently than you, right? So a lot of times when we by ourselves, we're telling ourselves, and actually, I know you can speak to this, right? This doesn't work. Nobody wants to buy insurance. You're telling yourself all kind of stuff, right? And until you get around other people that are speaking life into you, guys, you're your worst enemy, right? And so you got to get around other people who have been where you are before, been there, done that. I've told this story a lot of times, but a lot of people know, like, when I got to FFL in 2019, I was broke, right? And so I didn't feel like I could do this business. And if it wasn't for Frank and Jamie and me being around them constantly, I don't know that I would be where I'm at, because they kept filling me with hope. They kept telling me how good I was. They kept telling me how worth it I was. They kept giving me positivity when I didn't have it in myself. And this is what I know. Most people come into this business because they think money is going to fix their problems. And money can fix your financial problems. But if your mindset is not right, you can make all the money in the world, you're not going to be able to keep it. And if your mindset is not right, you're probably not going to be able to make all the money in the world, because you don't even have the mindset that you need to be able to make the money. You don't feel good about yourself. So we got to get around other people that are speaking differently than we speak to ourselves, so that we can start believing in ourselves more than what we believe in ourselves. Does that make sense to everybody? Do you warm up daily? Who said yes to this question? Ashley?
Can we break down the warm up?
Well, I'm gonna see what Ashley got. I'm gonna see. Ashley said yes. So Ashley, what do you think that means? What does that mean to you then?
My warm up is I pray in the morning, I do my affirmations, I tell myself what I'm gonna get out of the day. And just being prepared for the morning. That's my warm up. Before getting on live dials, before doing this stuff, before not waiting to get on live dials and then trying to get prepared before I make my first call. I'm getting my mindset right with the positivity, with the prayer, and then I'm ready to go.
Okay. So I think that's more 1 and 2. So number 3, do you warm up daily, is talking about Do you practice your script before you get on live dials? Right? Some of us are already
Yeah.
masters, but if you're not a master, if you haven't memorized your script, are you practicing before you get on live dials? Just like if you were singing, if you were an actor, you need to practice your script, right? Are you listening to podcasts or something to get you excited about the day, right? When I was driving Lyft, when I first got started, I would have an earphone in my ear, an earbud in my ear, and I would be listening to FFL podcast the whole time I was driving. And so that gave me hope. But it also, I started getting a lot of training. So then as I was doing the lift, I was getting trained on FFL, right? But listen to podcasts. It says, drink some coffee. I know I need my coffee. Work out in the morning, right? I'm about to get back on that too. We were doing good with that. And then just having good posture about the day. I'm ready for the day. I'm ready to get started. This is going to be a great day. Does that clarify that, Kevin? Now, here's where I want y'all to be super honest. Number 4. Do you join the live dials on every's in capital letters, every dial session? I already know I already know who the yeses are. So the Mighty Lions, without fail, when they are dialing, they are on the live dials, period. Corinne is on the live dials, period. I'm on the live dials, period. Anybody else, who else can say that they are on the live dials every time they dial? Do I see, is anybody saying yes?
Well, now I am.
Anybody else besides Kevin?
I'm on.
Every time you dial, Carla?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Who else? So who can be honest about why they don't get on the live dials?
It's Kiara, I'll speak. So I can't say that I'm newly licensed. So like I just got my license maybe less than a week ago. I'm still waiting.
Yeah, we're not trying to talk about you.
Oh, I know, but I be on them though, just not every day, but I still get on there so I can kind of hear.
But
how
you're not
things
dialing. You're not dialing yet. So I'm talking about people that are actively dialing the phones and getting clients.
All right, let me slide back into the bushes.
You're not there quite yet. Who else?
So
Who else said no and why?
So I'm on the live dials when I'm dialing, but I don't always get on when I've set an appointment. Like if I've got an appointment later in the day, I don't get back on to do that. So that's why I put no for that one. I don't know.
Okay. And Katie, you've been here for a minute.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's cool, but
yeah. I mean, I'm on when I'm dialing though.
Okay.
But yeah, that's why I didn't raise my hand.
Who else? Who wants to be really honest about why they don't get on the live dials?
For me, sometimes it can be distracting. A lot be going on sometimes. Even with my calls, I know a lot of people are here. Most of you are here to help me, but sometimes it throws me off. And then if it's too loud, it comes off as if I'm not being professional in my mind. A customer hasn't told me that, but that's how I look at it. I'm like, oh, it's so loud, I can't.
So don't you have it? You got a volume button, Tanisha?
I do.
Okay. So let's use the volume button.
Well,
yeah,
sometimes I just don't feel like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here, guys, you don't. So do you think, Lucy? Do you think I feel like it?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you told me to be honest.
I
That's
appreciate
what's
it.
happening.
I'm just asking you. Do you think I feel like it every day?
Probably not.
No.
No.
Like most days, I don't. Corinne, do you feel like it every day?
Oh.
No. Guys, do you know that do y'all, so let's make sure y'all understand. Do y'all know why we do the live dials?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not you, Lucy. Somebody who's fairly new. Lucy, can you mute?
do the live
I'm a-
dial, so if we're saying something wrong, you guys can correct it or guide us in for the fairly new people. So we can navigate through the script better.
So let me ask you this, Carla. If you and and just for full transparency, Carla struggled for her first
Oh
couple,
yeah.
right?
I was in my head, honestly. I was in my head. I didn't like it.
But she kept showing up, right? That's the difference with Carla. She kept showing up. What is happening right now? So when she did pop, her first month when she started writing business, she wrote 12 grand. Right. And Carla was new to it. Carla was really basically new to insurance. So guys, the thing about the live dials, you can't coach yourself. Because you don't know what you're doing right. You don't know what you're doing wrong. You heard Kevin say he was trying to do it his way, and he was getting 0 results. And one of the conversations me and Kevin had was he was like, well, I got people, they're busy. What if they can't get on? If you can't make time for the live dials, I'm gonna be honest, guys, this business is not for you. There's no way you're gonna learn this business by yourself. And even if you do learn it by yourself, it's only but so far that you can go. Right. And I'm not saying you have to be on our live dials. We have this for our team, but we do this every day, guys, to assist and support you. Right. I know how to dial the phones. I could dial. And you know what? I'm going to be honest. I keep the live dials going because it keeps me accountable. Right. And so that's at the bottom of the list. The last one is, are you accountable? Right. And so what we found out is that the people that don't get on the live dials don't make money. They end up rolling debt and they end up being unprofitable. And so the live dials are so, guys, and that's why you just hear us keep talking about get on the live dials, get on the live dials, get on the live dials. Get on here and have a schedule that you follow so that you can have the same success that you're seeing. Corinne didn't automatically just start writing. What did you write last week, Corinne?
22,000.
Corinne wrote 22,000 last week. Let's be clear. So don't you want to be around people that are doing the things that you wish you could do? Every single day I get on the live dials, I learn something from somebody. Oh, that's good. I'm gonna use that. I hear something that I can use when I'm talking to my next person. So guys, don't, and again, this is a part of the success formula. So if you're not getting on the live dials, you're going to be but so successful here. Number 5, are you prepared for your day? And I want to go a little bit faster because I want to make sure we have time for questions and stuff at the end, because I don't want to keep you guys longer than an hour. Are you prepared for your day? Ashley talked about that. Guys, let's get ourselves prepared for our day the night before. When you get on live dials at 9 o'clock in the morning, you should be ready to dial. That is the start of your workday. So if you had a job, Chanel, well, you haven't had a job in a long time. Let's see. Kevin, at your job, I'm gonna keep using Kevin because he's right in my face too. Kevin, at your job, you had a time you worked in you're in a call center, right?
Yeah.
Do they wait until you get ready in the morning, or at 9 or 10 o'clock when you start working, they start sending you calls? So guys, we got to be prepared and ready to work at our scheduled time. And the thing that's not on here, I'm gonna add a number 11 because it's not on here. Do you have a non-negotiable schedule? But we'll get to number 11 in a second. So are you prepared for your day? Get prepared the night before. Get prepared before you get on a live dial so that when you get on the live dials, you're ready to start working. Corinne, can you mute Valerie? Number 7. So guys, write this down. Do you track everything? And this is I'm gonna tell you what everything is. Number 1, are you using a dial tracker sheet? And if you don't know what these things are, you can get with your manager after the fact, and we can definitely help you out. But every time you're dialing, you should be tracking how many dials you're making. Because a lot of times we think we're doing oh my God, nobody's answering the phone, and you made 20 phone calls, right? You should be making, if you're full-time, you should be making between 250 and 300 dials every single day. And the only way to know if that's what you're doing is by tracking it. So are you using a dial tracker? Number 2, how many leads are you using and what are you spending on leads? These are all the things you should be tracking, because guys, this is a business and nobody is tracking this for you. And if you don't know your numbers, I say this, and here's something I always say, guys, business is what? The guys that hear me say this all the time. Business is what?
Numbers and systems.
Numbers and systems. So you have to know, do you think that Walmart doesn't know their numbers? You think Walmart tracks everything? Right? They're a big business. So if you ever want to be a big business, you got to practice doing the things that a small business does. And they track everything. Until you get to the point where you have an assistant or somebody, thank goodness I have Zakira. She does a lot of the tracking for me. But until you get to that point, you got to be your own tracker, right? So how many leads are you spending how many leads and what's your lead spend each week? You should be tracking when you start and when you stop. Number 5, you should.
Callie, I have a question.
Yes, who is that? Who said
Here.
that? Yeah, yes, ma'am.
So, as a new agent, what is the best leads to start with and a budget for the leads?
So have you had your strategy call yet, Kiara?
Not yet.
So that when you do your strategy call, we're gonna go over all of that.
Okay.
Yep. Number, I don't know what number am I on? Some of these are repeats.
You were on, we just did 7, tracking everything.
No, but what out of the things we should be tracking? Okay, don't worry about
Start and stop time.
Start and stop times where I stop. Okay. You should be tracking how many presentations are you giving each day. So a presentation is getting to the point where you're getting to an application or finishing an application. How far are you getting in your process, right? So if you're not getting people to if you're not even getting people to the quoting part or getting to an application, you need help with something. You need to be getting on the live dials. You need to be getting some feedback. You need to be tracking the number of follow-ups that you need to do. You should be tracking the applications that you collected. So if you're writing applications, you should have a spreadsheet that's tracking the client name, the name of the company, the coverage amount, their premium, when the payment is due. You should be tracking all of these things, guys. You have a business and there's no one else tracking your business but you. Premium collected, and then you should be tracking how much the deposits that you're making. Who knows offhand how much money they're making?
Is that in the agent CRM? Can you do that in the agent CRM?
Do what?
The tracking.
It does have it does. You can put you can. Don't ask me how, because I don't use that to track that. But it is in there. Like you can put when you finish with a client, you can put the premium, the name of the company. You can put all that stuff.
Okay.
In the CRM. But I don't use it for that. But you can use that for that. All right. So number 8, guys. Do you have the script and the objections mastered? So you should be memorizing at least the first 15 seconds of the script, right? Hey, my name is Collie. I'm calling here from the Benefits Center. I was calling in regards to that inquiry that you made online about the final expense plans. Your date of birth is 12/25/1975. Is that correct? That's the part I know of the script by heart. I need the script for the rest, but you should have said it so many times that it's in your memory bank, right? But you gotta master the script. Are you mastering? Okay, the second part of this is, are you are you mirroring the voice of the person on the phone? So one of the things when you're doing a script, guys, you don't want to sound too high. You don't want to sound too low. You want to be medium across the board. But if you get somebody on the phone that talks fast, then you should match their energy. If you get somebody who sounds kind of down, you should match their energy. Match what the person is giving you on the phone. Mirror their voice is what that's talking about. Mastering the script, making sure that you're not pausing. A lot of you guys will read the script and be like, hey, this is Kali, and then you pause because you're waiting for them to be like, I'm not interested. You keep going in that script until you get to a point where you're supposed to pause. And if you're having trouble in these areas, guys, this is why the live dials are so good, so that someone can hear you, so they can say, okay, next time, Kiara, say this. Next time, Kiara, don't say that, right? That's the only way you're going to get better, right? We are the coaches, and we're on the outside of the field. And the other part about being the coaches, we've all played the game, right? So I know how to write insurance. Corinne knows how to write insurance. All of the people who are in a leadership position know how to write insurance. We're going to tell you the best thing to do. Corinne can tell you too. Corinne didn't start out super coachable. Did you, Corinne?
No, we had a little tough time.
So me and Corinne had a little tough time at the beginning because Corinne, this is when we're in the field, and then when you're in the field, you're supposed to call. So we can't hear you on the field, right? And when you're in the field, so I'm like, Corinne, call me after appointments, or call me while you're on the appointment. And then she would call me after and be like, well, I said that already. I'm like, Corinne, if you would have said what I said, you would have closed, right? And then once Corinne started calling from in the home, she started closing. So what do you? Let me see. Chanel, what are you hearing is like the common denominator between the people that are having success here at FFL?
Live dials.
What else?
That's the main thing. Consistency.
Okay, what else? Okay, that's good. What else?
Having a strategy, sticking to your schedule. This is just a lot of stuff that going off of the call that we had the other day.
Yeah.
Those are some of the things that I know I need to implement because I got 30%, to be honest. So I'm like, okay, we got to do better because I told you the goals. And yeah, next week is going to be a little bit different. But I did rearrange a lot of stuff. And when we had our call, just being honest and transparent of the things that I do have set in place and then what's going to be rescheduled in order to hit my goals, because insurance is just a thing for me. I was presented with, and I'm gonna be done because I ain't trying to be like, who is this? Kevin. 45 seconds. Because I was presented with insurance opportunity over 10 years ago. And knowing the things that I know now, ain't no telling where I would be. So this is definitely something that I'm gonna make that commitment to and stick with and then follow the plan, because this is just where it's at. So I would say live dials, consistency, sticking to your schedule, and then pretty much everything that you said over here. But I guess that would be my answer. But it really is the live dials with being on. And I know I have not been consistent with that, regardless of the reason.
Yeah. Okay. I thank you for your honesty. And Chanel, you're doing better than me because the first time I took it, I got a 20%. So we would have had to repeat this grade. We're going to have to repeat this grade again if we don't get this right. All right. So mastering the 3 most common objections on FFL Agent Hub under the, what is the thing called? What is the, oh gosh, I can't even think of it.
On the Agent Hub?
Yes.
The telesale handbook?
Yes, thank you. The telesale handbook that has everything that you need to be good at telesales, but it has how to handle the 3 most common objections. Guys, let me tell you, once you master the script, that's cool. But the main thing you have to do is learn how to overcome objections, right? Because most of the people are not going to say, oh, yes, I filled that out. Yes, I'm looking for life insurance. Most of the people are going to say, I already took care of it. I'm no longer interested. And what's the third one, Corinne? I can't think of it right offhand.
You already got it taken care of?
I said that.
You said that already? Okay, they can't afford it?
This is at the beginning.
Oh.
They didn't do it.
I don't remember filling
They
that
didn't
out.
do it.
There you go.
You're going to get the same objections over and over again. So you got to learn how to deal with the people that are telling you or giving you an excuse about why they don't want to move forward. And you got to get really, really good at that. So again, the way to get good at that is practicing, getting feedback, and getting better, and then really getting beat up. Number 9, are you dialing the FFL way every time? We're going to go through this, guys. I need everybody to write this down because everybody gets so confused about this. So when you dial the FFL way, that means when you have gone through a list of people and they don't answer the phone, you have dialed that one phone number 8 times. Everybody writing this down? So you're going to work with a list of 25 to 30 names and numbers at a time. And you're going to start, when you start at the top of the list, number 1 is John, right? You're going to call John one time, let the phone go to voicemail. Corinne, also, can you take attendance too?
That's already
You're going to
done.
call one time, let the phone go to voicemail. And the reason you're letting the phone go to voicemail is because if their name on the name on the lead says Ricardo, but then on his voicemail it says Ricky, when he does answer the phone, you're going to say Ricky, right? Because you don't want to sound like a telemarketer. You want to sound like this is a friend and somebody that you're familiar with. So the first time you're going to go down the list, you're going to go through 30, calling each person once and letting it go to voicemail. And this is all from the same phone number within the same day. And this is back. You're not waiting till later. You're doing this back to back. You're going to start back at the top of the list and you're going to call each person twice back to back and let the phone ring 4 times each. So I'm going to call John again. Ring, 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 ring. Hang up. Ring, 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 ring. Ring 4 times. Hang up. And I'm going to do that with everybody on that list all the way down to number 30. I'm going to start back at the top of the list. I'm going to do what I just did again. Call twice back to back. Let the phone ring 4 times each. Ring, 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 ring. Hang up. Ring, 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 ring. Ring, hang up. I'm going to do that another time. Call twice back to back. Let the phone ring 4 times each. And then the last dial, the last time I go through the list. So at this point, you should have talked to some people. You should have had some people say, don't ever call me again. You're going to have some not in service numbers. You're going to have some wrong numbers. So you're eliminating people on the list as you're going, but you're also getting some results as well. The last time you're going to go through the list one more time and you're going to block your number. You're going to do *67. Kevin just said he'd been calling this lady over and over again, and he called her a ton of times. And then when he finally called her from his block, when he blocked his number, that's when she answered. So you're going to get people that, like me, I may not answer you before if you keep calling me, but if you call me from a blocked number, I'm so nosy, I want to know who got the nerve to call me from a blocked number. So I'm going to answer the blocked number, right? So you call once, twice, once. It's a total of 8 times that you dial that same phone number. And if you're doing it the right way, it should take you about 2.5 hours to get through that list of 30 names and numbers. And so anybody got any questions about that? Because people get really confused and really stuck with that.
Maybe you could repeat that, Kali.
I'm not. I need everybody to write. I can't repeat it. I have a video. People need to know I got a video that goes exactly up. Me and Carla did a video when Carla first started on dialing the FFL way. If you want me to send the video, I can send you the video. But we gotta go. We gotta go a little bit fast. Yeah. So let me know in the chat if you need the video, and Corinne will let me know who that is. And then
you want me to write it in the chat?
You said what?
I could write it in the chat and I can copy it.
No, Kevin. I think you got it, but I don't want nobody to get confused, Kevin. No shade. I don't know, Kevin. All right. Number 10, do you stay accountable every day? Are you posting your numbers into Discord? Do you talk to your manager? Are you here? Are you present? If you're not having success, are you saying, hey, I need help? Are you getting uncomfortable every day? Are you doing things to master your craft every day? every day I started saying I want to really master IULs. I really want to master annuities. So I made a decision to every day to listen to a YouTube video that talks about annuities or IULs. So what are you doing to be accountable? At the end of the day, are you being accountable to yourself? Did you hit the goal? Did I skip that one? Did you hit the goal that you said you wanted to hit? That I did. Do you know your drop dead non-negotiable goal? And do you not stop until that goal is hit? One of the things Corinne and Amaka are going to start doing, and this will help people that are on the West Coast or on the later times. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, Amaka are going to be on the live dials until midnight. So the live dials will be open Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 9 a.m. Eastern time till midnight Eastern time, because they're going to start calling Hawaii leads. Corinne, you started doing that last night, right?
Yes, ma'am. I booked 5 appointments.
Okay. So if you're on that give you some more time if you're in another time zone to get on the live dials and be able to dial. You can dial up until 9 p.m. in the time zone that you're calling. So Hawaii is 5 hours behind us. California, we're in Maryland. California is 3 hours behind us. So you can call from, if you're in Maryland and you're calling California, you can still call until midnight, because it's 9 o'clock their time that you can call. And Carla, that'd be good for you, because Carla's in California, Anthony's in California. So Ricardo and his squad, they're in Texas, but they're on mountain time, so they're 2 hours behind. So we're opening it up to be able to accommodate more people in the time zone. So I'm thankful to Corinne and Amaka for doing that, because I didn't ask them to do it. They just decided to do it. So thank you, ladies, for making yourselves more available for the team. And then number 11, do you have a non-negotiable schedule? So you got to treat this like a job until it pays you like a business. And every single day, and I ask you guys, if you got on, has there ever been a time that anyone has gotten on a live dials and there was no one here? Carla? Katie, you've been here for how long? A year or 2 years?
A year and a half. Yeah.
Who's been here the longest? Ashley Page? No.
Nope. Someone's always on.
Someone's here. Because we got a non-negotiable schedule. What's your non-negotiable schedule? And is your schedule negotiable? When somebody asks you to take grandma to church, maybe grandma to church, in the middle of your dial day, are you stopping to take grandma to church? Because if you had a job, you wouldn't be taking grandma to church in the middle of your workday. Right? And so again, you got to treat this you got to honor this like a job. Y'all have heard me say before, this will treat you like you treat us like you treat us like a side chick, it's going to treat you back like one. If you treat it like a wife, it'll treat you real good. Right? And I'm not, y'all get what I'm saying, right? But treat the business the way you want it to treat you. If you respect the business, it will pay you insanely. Guys, in our team, we're not even crushing it. Corinne wrote 22 grand last week. That's cool, but it's people that are writing 100 grand in a month, right? And I'm not taking away from Corinne, because that's great, right? But there's so many levels to this, and we're just getting started with the levels. So I want to leave a couple minutes for questions, because I want to wrap up right at midnight, Lord, right at noon. Who put your hand up so there's not too many people talking, put your hand up or put your question in the chat if you have one. Nobody? Any comments? We got 30 people in here. Somebody got a question.
Okay, I have a comment actually. So I believe that this was an amazing list. It was an amazing call. And for me personally, it forces me to inspect what I expect, as well as, partnering that with the accountability, both self-accountability and team accountability. So I appreciated it. Thank you.
Thank you, Sabrina. This is Sabrina's. Let's welcome. I gotta give you a little background. Sabrina is I've known Sabrina for, sheesh, over 20 years. And she's an example of planting seeds, and you never know when the seeds are going to sprout. So when I talk about living with a girlfriend, when I first started FFL, that's the girlfriend that I was living with. That's the girlfriend that I was renting the room from for $400, and she would let me pay her $100 a week because I couldn't even give her the $400 in the lump sum. So she saw me from where when I was high, she saw me go low, and then she saw me go back again. And she stayed with that company. And then last week she hit me up and was like, I gotta do something different. So you never know, guys, when you talk to people about FFL or about the opportunity, when your seeds are going to plant, when your seeds are going to sprout. So if you don't talk to people and let them know what you got going on, how they going to know? You know what I'm saying? So it took Sabrina 5 years to say yes to this opportunity, but it's all about timing. You know what I'm saying? And then when I talked to her last, I said, I'm not going to try to recruit you. And because if she wants to come, she's going to come. So I planted a seed. She saw the seed has finally grown. And I know Sabrina she's going to come in here. She is going to crush it. So you're going to see her name on the scoreboard. I am not confused because she got a lot in her, and she wasn't getting what she got. She wasn't getting any of this, including money from the company that she came from, the company that we came from. So I'm glad for you to be here, Sabrina. It's a blessing for you to be here, and we're excited about you getting started with us. Ricky, you had a question?
Yes, I had a question. You were talking about the live dialing. What is your take on dialing on Sundays?
You can dial on Sundays. I don't dial on Sunday because that's my only day off. But if we have some people that want to lead a Sunday dial session, by all means. I know that Sundays can be very, very profitable because people are a little bit more relaxed. They're just coming from church. They haven't been working all week. So Sundays are a great day to dial. I just don't dial on Sundays because it's my only day that I have.
Okay, got it.
So if anybody wants to take the lead and we'll do the dials on Sunday, by all means, we'll have the Zoom open 7 days a week. Sheba?
Hi. Just a quick question. You said that you have a list of 30 people and you go through the technique as far as the dialing back and hanging up and all that. But then you also said something about making 250 calls per day. Are those one and the same? Because you said the list of 30 takes about 2 hours. So my math ain't mathing. If we're making 250 calls, how's that going to? That'll be a lot of 2 hours.
No. So then that's just that 30. So when we get to that 30, you want to go to the next 30.
I got you.
And then when we talk about dials, we're talking about how many times we're dialing the phone, not leads that we have. So you have 30 leads, but every time you pick up the phone and make a dial, that's another dial. So when you dial once, that's one dial. When you dial twice back to back, that's 2 more, right? You dial 2, like we're counting dials, we're not counting leads. So you get through 30, and then you go to your next 30, and then you go to your next 30.
Okay.
Does that make more sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. And then once you've done that, it should take you to be able to dial for 8 hours. And if you're dialing the way that you need to dial, you need about 40 to 50 leads every day that you're dialing.
40 to 50 leads, $250.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay.
Now the math is Sheba?
The math is mathing.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, guys, let me give you my number if you have more questions, because I don't want to keep you longer than an hour. It's 443-453-6126. And that's 443-453-6126. If you have more questions, hit me up. I'll help you out or point you in the right direction. And then next Friday at 11, we have the beautiful Corinne Giles. And she's going to be talking about, because Corinne is a master at calling leads. She's a master at setting appointments. So you do not want to miss, because Corinne is going to be going over buying leads and setting appointments. And that's one of the things that most of us struggle with, or at the beginning, a lot of us have struggled with buying leads and setting appointments, and just the mindset behind buying leads and what her mindset is about setting appointments. So thank you guys. I hope this helps you get your mindsets going, get your mindset started. If you don't have anything to do, stay here and listen to the people that are dialing, right? So this is the link that we're on. This is the link. I'm gonna stop the recording. This is the link for, Corinne, stop the recording. You're the host. This is the link for the live dials. So it's Zoom to FFL Fury. We are here from 9 a.m. Eastern time. And now again, we're